Baby, my name is Ross Mandell, and welcome to my show today. Oh, what a day it's going to be. We're coming to you live from Boca Raton, Florida. I mean live. I just walked in here. It's about 110 degrees out. Today is September the 8th, and it is boiling out. My God. We're coming to you today live. We're uncut, uncensored, unfiltered. We're unedited. And yes, I am under arrest. Man, that's pathetic. I just can't wait for the day when I can't use that anymore. That's gonna be a big one for all of us. Now, I want to jump right in, and I want to talk about some special stuff today. Today is just one of those days, man. I mean, firstly, I want to give a shout out to two of the hottest, sexiest, just the most vital women that I ever knew. My girls from Iowa. Yes, we're talking about you, Andrea. And we're talking about you, Marty. Go, Andrea. Go, Marty. Smoking hot. They're like, they're hotter than a polyester suit on an August day. I mean, you're talking about hot. Girls, I just wanted to say, hey, and thanks for love. Thanks for the support. I love you. Okay, now, there are certain days in our lives that define us as people. As you know, the last few days we've been talking about the stock market. What a response we've had, and everybody's so involved. The Dow's going up, the Dow's going down. I can't wait to show you more about that. However, it's Wednesday, September the 8th. Rosh Hashanah Tova. Happy and healthy New Year to all my Jewish friends and all my non-Jewish friends. Today is the last day of the Hebrew year. At sundown, we move to Erev Rosh Hashanah, which is the night of Rosh Hashanah, which is the equivalent of December the 31st. On the Roman calendar, it's Happy New Year. Tomorrow is the first day of the new year on the Hebrew calendar. Now, that should be enough of that, right? Wrong. As I was saying earlier, somebody said, what are you going to talk about today? And I said, well, let me just give you an idea. We're going to talk about you, and we're going to talk about me. We're going to talk about power, the power that lies with each one of us. And we're going to talk about powerlessness, that the power we have, is it an illusion or is it real? What's the story? Now, there are certain days that mark the lives of people. For instance, my wedding day, big day, married my magnificent wife, June the 14th. There were days like my friends have, which is their divorce day. There are 4 divorce days. You know, these are memorable moments in a man's life. Maybe the birth date of a parent, or the significance of some creation, writing some book or getting some job, the day you met some woman, you know, the day you kicked that guy out. You know, there are certain days, if we really look over our lives, and I challenge you to do this, that really help to define a little about who we are, a little bit about who we are. Now, when I was 16 years old, you know, I grew up on Long Island. I had a nice, healthy childhood, and it was 16 years old. I played in a football game that day, 1973. I came home on a September day, and it was, yes, Erev Rosh Hashanah. It happened to be September the 27th, 1973, for this guy. Up until that point in my life, it was a nice life. It was a nice life, what I would call ordinary, special, garden variety, but fantastic. Good life. Young boy, 16 years old. And Erev Rosh Hashanah. You never forget these things if you're a boy. You know, the family gets together. You do some prayers out of the book. You moan and whine. You don't want to be a part of. You want to go watch TV. You want to go drink wine. And yes, 16, I was drinking wine. How about that? Well, Erev Rosh Hashanah, 1973. I was 16. My father was 48 years old, and he got sick at dinner, and that night he passed away. My father passed away in 1973. That would make that 37 years ago tonight on the Hebrew calendar. On the Hebrew calendar. September the 27th on the Roman calendar. And that was the day that marked me for the rest of my life. So I'm 16 years old. My father's dead. My life is in a turmoil. And boy, did I feel powerless. How? Who on earth could be prepared for something like that? He was never sick. He had no symptoms. We were a family unit, normal, happy, and boom, he's gone. Now, I don't know if anybody can relate, but shit happens in this world. Shit happens that shows us, like the Talmud says, the accumulated wisdom in a Jewish book. It says, loosely translated, man makes plans and God laughs. Man makes plans and God laughs. Can anybody relate to that at all? 16 years old, my father's dead. My life goes into a turmoil. Relationships come and go. Jobs come and go. Life comes and goes. The next big day, looking back, there was a zillion big days, but to define myself now, I look back, October the 11th, 1990, Ross Mandell commits himself to a rehab facility in New Canaan, Connecticut. Enters a 28-day program, and he comes out a sober, clean guy. How about that? And then the next day that has merit, July the 8th, 2009. Wow, you're talking about 73, you're talking about 1990, and now you're talking all the way 2009. Ross Mandell gets indicted, gets charged with federal crimes, conspiracy and securities fraud. He gets perp walked on national television. Now, I want to say something to you. When I was 16 and this happened, I was utterly powerless over the events in my life. And I behaved that way. I behaved that way. I didn't know how to react. I didn't know how to respond. You know, they say that you're not responsible for your feelings, but you are responsible for your behavior. You're responsible for the decisions that you make, but you're never on the hook for your feelings. You're just not supposed to always act on them. You try telling that to a 16-year-old kid. However, 33 years old, my world comes crashing down. I need to go to a safe place where they just didn't have an open bar, and I couldn't cop, where I could get some rest. And I woke up, and I started this whole, in a hospital, and I started this whole sobriety journey. And you're talking 1990. October the 11th, I entered the facility. I count October 12th as the big day, because that's the day I woke up, and I didn't split. I said, I'm here, and I'm going to stay here, and we're going to work this out. And I did that. And that became the first day, the rest of my life, or my sobriety day. Now you look at July 8th. I find out I'm charged with federal crimes. Shocked. Who could prepare for something like this? It's a nightmare. A human nightmare. However, the one thing that I've learned from all these crazy events, these unpredictable, life-changing, life-shattering events that have occurred in my life, is that I'm powerless over life. Life's going to happen. Death, disease, betrayal, all kinds of stuff. There's natural disaster. All kinds of stuff can happen in this world, in God's world. We live life on life's terms. What I have learned, and I'm going to share right now, is what I can do. I can adjust. I can control how I react to situations. When I got arrested, I got sick, and then I got over it. And I've taken a course of action which has led to TV shows, which has led to these webcasts. I'm told there's a film that's being made about me soon. I mean, all kinds of crazy stuff. Things I like to say, good stuff. Because I was able to react intelligently, properly, without panic and without fear. We have that choice today. When I was 16 and my father passed, I didn't know any of this stuff. I thought I was helpless, powerless, out of control. And because I thought that, I was. And what I'm trying to tell you today, it doesn't matter what God throws at you. It doesn't matter what life throws at you. It doesn't matter what the misses throw at you. It only matters what you do and how you react to these situations. That's the power that we have, ladies and gentlemen. And that's the power we have to embrace. It's a power that comes from within, and it allows us to deal with all the tumult and turmoil in the outside world. My name is Rosh Mandell. My website is rossmandell.com. That's SSL. I'm on Facebook, and I'm on YouTube. I would love to hear from you guys. Love to. Please, send me some feedback on all this. We'll see you tomorrow, everybody. Thanks for your time.